It's Tuesday, October 7th. Just got up in the stand, third day of archery season, right around 4:30. Just to tell you a little bit about the spot, very small area. The total woods are about 9 acres, surrounded by nothing but soybean. There's some corn and some just winter wheat fields. And in this little 9-acre section, the deer just hammer. It's always a hot spot for me year after year. There's a rock oak that was dropping, and the bad thing about a rock oak, some people refer to them as a chestnut oak, they drop about, I don't know, 3 weeks prior to archery, it seems, every year. But I still have a nice red oak here behind me dropping, and I put my camera in here for 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago for 3 days, and I got 1,608 pictures in 3 days, and I got 4 shooters, and I consider a shooter a nice 2.5-year-old buck. So I'm hoping one of them come by. The only bad thing is I did scare a couple on the way in, so you never know what tonight will bring, but I'm going to stick it out and we'll see how we do. Okay, just a quick look at the setup I have, and what I like so much about this camera arm is it's in 3 sections, and the nicest thing is I actually use what's called a T-screw, and I just, you know, screw it into the tree, put the camera arm on top, and as you can see, I can swivel, you know, pretty much anywhere around the entire tree. Now, I'm not going to do a 360 view, but even if a deer comes into my left, I always set it up on my right-hand side because I shoot right-handed. I can film directly across my body and, you know, still feel comfortable drawing back the bow without hitting the camera arm. Very smooth product, and hope to get a lot of use out of it this year.
Okay, you guys can see what we're dealing with out here. This is a tree that Mike was in, and of course we're not going to be able to show you where his arrow was, but got his arrow. He made a nice full pass through. The ram cat just blew right through that guy, and it sounded like he hit the ribs. You could hear some bone cracking, but gave the deer plenty of time to die just in case he hit it back. And we're not going to be able to find a blood trail now because it's been nothing but a complete downpour that was supposed to stay south of us, but it hit us pretty good. And it should be out of the area soon, so we're going to start a little bit of a grid search.
Could you see down to the creek? No, I can see right to this bank right there.
Okay, this is where Mike saw the deer last. We're going to go ahead and split up, and we're going to start walking down into this hollow here.
Mike!
Okay, we just came up with a good strategy. We came down to this creek bottom, really not too far from where Mike shot him. Started walking the creek bottom out, and there lies Mike's buck.
9-point.
Nice looking PA 9-pointer. We're going to get the hunter down here. He is stiff. He died pretty fast.
Yeah.
And put a heck of a hole in him. Look at that. Just like in most situations, after you've hunted for years, you start seeing things over and over and patterns repeating themselves, and you have to use common sense while tracking a deer. And one of the patterns we've seen, and a lot of guys, you can agree with this, a lot of deer go down the water to die, and we found this deer on this creek bottom. We decided once we got to the creek bottom, which was probably only about 40 feet over the hill from Mike's stand, we split up. We got 2 guys at the creek bottom, a couple guys above each side of them. We just started walking, and we found this deer within a couple minutes of doing that. He was pretty much in a straight line from where Mike shot him. He probably came straight across this creek, and as stiff as he is, he expired within probably seconds of being shot. So, good successful track job, and we're going to get the hunter in here, and he's going to give some closing thoughts on this deer.
On trail cam.
You have him on trail camera?
Yep.
Good. Good stuff.
How do you tell? Because see this brow tine here? It has another one shoots off.
Let me see.
It has that extra point there that's like abnormal. Where
So there's a different one that like that too, or saying?
no, that's the
it.
buck. I got several pictures of them.
Good. We're going to throw up a couple trail camera pictures right now.
All right, second year of self-filming, and this buck's a little more respectable than the buck I shot last year. I have a lot of trail cam pics of this buck, and the reason I know it has this real unique point coming off. When I got the trail cam pics, I thought it was actually a split brow, but it's not. And this is actually the fourth shooter buck I saw this evening. I had a really nice one come in and shooting a Luminox, and it doesn't clamp down to my arrow very tight. And I took my bow off the hanger, and the arrow fell down, and I just spooked that deer, and I was pretty much disgusted. But wasn't even 10 minutes later, this one walked past, gave me a good shot, good self-film, and the rest is history. Thanks to the guys that came out. Tough tracking job, but we managed to get her done.